Sachs on the other. Last time when you were speaking, Ajay Bagga, he's one of the best macro voices from the country. He's been a former banker. He's a great strategic thinker, great commentator on the capital markets, on Indian economy, said that that was one of the best interviews that we've done. So Ajay, Jeff, Professor Sachs is with us here today. You just heard what he said, right? Ajay, can you hear me? You just heard what he said. Right?
Yes,
anything
absolutely.
you'd like to add to what he said there, or something you'd like to say directly to him?
No, I'm always very appreciative of Professor Sachs. He's a very courageous person. He speaks truth to authority in a time where authority is not willing to listen to any truth. So we are all very appreciative of you, Professor Sachs, and you put the truth out there repeatedly under very adverse circumstances. And overall, seeing this message, again, there are a lot of issues in this message. One, what you mentioned about Peter Navarro, Lutnick also does this very often, blaming India for the Ukraine war. If you look at the Russia-China trade, Arnab, it's 4 times the India-Russia trade. China and Russia trade $245 billion with each other. We trade $63 billion with Russia. So always blaming India for the Ukraine war, which is again what Trump did. Second, 500 billion. For God's sake, our total goods import and export with the US is about 113 billion. Where does this 500 billion come from? India's total import basket is 700 billion. So again, this is dreaming, like he writes about the Koreans, like he writes about everybody else. Third, he's put in agriculture. Agriculture, we know, is a red line for the Indians. There is no way India would agree to agri exports coming out of imports coming out of the US. So a lot in this message is not clear. Is India going to turn its back on a strategic long-term ally like Russia and stop Russian oil completely? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how to read it. I want Ambassador Sikri, you think we would have made that commitment, Ambassador Sikri?
Look, I think that as far as Russian oil is concerned, I think India has a very broad-ranging relationship with Russia, and President Putin's recent visit to India has highlighted some of the very detailed and very significant deals that we are working on with Russia in the field of defense and security. So whether it's a question of reducing purchase of Russian oil, which we have already done, or stopping it altogether, I think this is very much in keeping with the understanding between President Putin and Prime Minister Modi. I do not see that the deal with the USA would affect that in any way. This is the part of India's overall strategic autonomy, where we are very happy to have this deal with the USA, with the tariffs being slashed to 18%. And obviously it's a deal which is in keeping with India's own red lines on agriculture and other products. But I don't think this deal affects any of India's relationship with other countries. The India-EU deal has been signed, the India-UK